name is Edwige Miranda and today I'm gonna be discussing about March 7th when the case was closed. So November 22nd, that's the incident for March 7th. So it was proven in court on March 7th that the event on November 22nd was unlawful and kidnapping. What they did was they dismissed my mother's case and proceed to go along with the same fraud. Just change the case number and put it onto my father's. So they're going based on the fraudulent event that happened that day with their body cams having no timestamp, no badge number, nothing of identification of them being an officer on duty. And my father had the copies of those fabricated CDs that they had of November 22nd.
But I'm showing you one by one right now. Okay, this is coming from, as you can see right here, this is coming from the DA's office. See, this is the fabrication of a crime of all the lies. And this is what they try to kill me for. All the lies. Okay, they try to give me a fake felony where I am 3 miles away. And the officer, because I was representing myself, the officer lied on the stand and it's recorded.
It was filed, these false declaration were filed by Joanne Roth. And I'm gonna put her name up here and the CDs as well. So as this was dismissed, they keep proceeding with their fraud. This is the number one stage that everybody needs to understand, that it was dismissed on March 7th and proven there was no duty. So what was the duty to charge my father if there was no duty? Supposedly one of the charges were obstruction on a peace officer while on duty. You see how the case contradicts their supposed duty? On March 7th, it was proven that there was no duty, that it was an illegal stop, and they followed us from our home all the way from November 17th to November 22nd, about 5 to 6 days surveillancing our home with no warrant. Now that everybody understands that there's no duty, get this. Fast forward to June, right now. What's going on in June? Fast forward to June 18, 2020. Just to let you guys know, the case that was dismissed on March 7th, 2024 is still dismissed on my mother. On my mother's. Okay, I'm gonna explain it for you one more time. On March 7th, the case was closed of the event that happened on November 22nd. So it was proven on March 7th of 2024. The case that was brought up and started from November 22nd of 2023 was dismissed on March 7th. That's what I'm explaining. Now that we get that, fast forward to June 18th of 2025 or June 20th, around these dates. People were falsely impersonating to be marshals, came to my home, my auntie's home, when I wasn't present at the time. They didn't even go directly to her door. They went to the neighbor's door with a picture of me looking for me, stating if I stay here, where do I live, that they should give them a call when they see him. Mind you, the neighbor gave her testament, her little statement stating these men didn't look like marshals. They didn't even have a badge. They didn't have a FBI badge or a FBI Marshals badge, nothing of Marshals. They were wearing khakis and green interior. So Moorpark, that sounds like Moorpark to me, and I'm here to talk to you guys because I know you guys still watch the YouTube from that last incident of you guys being on the YouTube live. I'm here to tell you, you're in the wrong jurisdiction to come over here, and if you come over here with any type of threat or violence where I don't feel safe, you will be liable for a lawsuit, and you guys will all be charged and go to jail. That's all I'm gonna state right here. They're impersonating to be marshals, coming over here like ninjas, looking for me around the same period of time when ICE were abducting immigrants or individuals in the streets of Los Angeles. While that was going on, they were coming down here in Los Angeles trying to get me and my mother so they could proceed with the court cases in Ventura County. Because the court cases in Ventura County, the proceedings are suspended, including me, my mother, and my father. Our cases are suspended. It doesn't make sense. So I'm letting them know, if you're impersonating to be Marshall, this is where you look like a fool. I went recently on July 18 of 2025 to the federal court, where I see Marshals every day. I know how Marshals dress. They always talk to me. When I walked in, they asked me, where am I going? I said, the clerk's office. Did they ask for any identification or arrest? Don't you think I've been going in and out of the federal courthouse for several months now? Don't you think they would flag the people, the marshals in the front, to arrest me on July 18 if I supposedly had to be taken into custody or something? Make this make sense, everybody, because it's not making sense. It's really not making sense. So they impersonated to be marshals, and I went into the federal courthouse on July 18, where I submitted a request for appealability for my father's case with more evidence, like exhibits, lots of exhibits, going to the higher court. I have that document, and I will be putting it up for you guys. True. Yeah, that's the thing. The warrant that they have in Ventura County, I've been stating, system, I'm gonna call you system. I've been stating this from the beginning about that. Where is the warrant with the discovery? So I could have it and actually turn myself into federal court. What are they stalling about? Don't you know that when I submitted the notice for removal, they never sent the docket, the court docket, the whole discovery of our case to the federal court? They're hiding something, everybody. And I'm gonna get to this. So they impersonated to be them. I filed whatever I had to file. I wasn't arrested. I go home. A few days later, around, I'd say 4 days from now, like around last Thursday, last Wednesday, I get a call from my father that he's being falsely accused by a deputy, stating that he smacked somebody.
Yep.
You hit him. Then I just go watch your video, then come back.
Oh, I would have fucking Tyler, bring that video right here, right now.
Oh, you clap your hand, but it seemed like in the video, like you were slapping him. Do you understand?
No.
I don't understand.
No one understands that, Tyler. They will tell you if I hurt him. Her stupid dumbass, she should have done it the civil rape. She should have asked that man if you hit him before she even walk up to you. That's the proper way to do.
Okay? They locked everybody out. And I said, everybody was sitting here.
Nah, she's fucking picking on you.
Everybody was sitting here after. Everybody was confused.
Yeah, because she's picking on you.
He's in a dorm filled with witnesses that saw the whole thing, and including the supposed victim that got smacked is the witness as well. We got his statement. I'll be putting that video up here. I'm recording right now.
His name is Vincent. Can you tell me his name again? Vincent, okay. Okay, I'll ask him. Hi. Hello, yes, hi. My name is Maritza. I'm Edwige's partner. I received a phone call. Yes. I received a phone call from him a few days ago regarding about an alleged crime that was being accused of my children's father. And I don't believe it because he's not that type of person. So I want to hear it from you. Did my children's father hit you?
No, he didn't hit me.
Okay.
You say exactly.
Can you tell us exactly what
He
happened?
didn't hit me at all. Yeah, he wasn't even horse playing with me. He just he was just walking around doing his own thing. He clapped his own hands together.
Yes.
And like we were like a foot apart.
Foot apart. Okay.
And and the police thought that he made contact with my face, but he didn't.
Oh wow. Yeah. No. He doesn't do stuff like that. And for them to falsely accuse them of a crime he did not commit, I will sue them for defamation of character. Because that's what they've been doing. No, they've been doing that to us because we're brown. I'm brown Filipino. You know, I'm Mexican Filipino. I don't know if my partner told you I'm mixed. And he's obviously black. You know, he's Caribbean black. He's Haitian. And because of our race and us being together, we dealt with a lot of racism and we deal with a lot of racist people. And I know who that lady is. I had an encounter with her when I was locked up back in September. She was racist, and she accused me of doing drugs in my face when I was having a medical emergency because I have high blood pressure, and me being in jail so long and the food was effed up, it messed me up, you know?
Yeah, that's not right either.
No, and I was hyperventilating, yeah, and I was getting like tightness in my chest, and I'm older, you know. I'm 40. I was 44 at that time, and you know, I was like, I never felt that before, so I pressed the button to get medical attention, and I told them, you know what? Can I just get a little bit of air? You know, can you take me in that room where they play in the inmates play? And that's when she had told me that if I'm on drugs. She said, what drugs are you on? Are you on meth? And that's when I had cursed her out.
Falsely accused him, walked up to his cell, disrespected him, called him crazy. My father stated, "Where is your diagnosis to call me crazy?" This is straight up harassment, people, what they've been doing to my father in there. The fact that they haven't been giving him any medical treatment. This is very important because I don't understand what they're doing anymore. And this is crazy. At the same time, this lady, Ulrich, ULRICH, badge number 6039, she harassed my father, and I reported that. Me and my mother reported it to the Watch Commander, Mr. Lopez. There's a whole video up here that I'll be sending up here.
Yes.
Is this the commander, Watch Commander?
Yeah.
Oh, sir, I'm reporting to you about my father being harassed and falsely accused by get
that green paper. Kayla, give me that paper.
Her badge number is 6069.
Ulrich.
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 Let me find the paper.
Give me some backstory behind it. What's going on?
Yeah, hold on, sir. He's gonna grab the paper real quick.
Okay.
He said he wants you to give him the backstory of what's going on.
So my dad was in the day room just like any other day, talking with his inmates. Out of nowhere, she accused him of smacking the inmate, not walking directly up to the inmate that supposedly was smacked, came directly to my father and harassed him, asking him why would he smack him? Why would he do that? My father said, "I don't know what you're stating. I didn't hit nobody. What are you talking about?" And she said, "I saw you in the camera." And my dad said, "Well, go look at your video and come back and tell me what you see." She go ahead and looks at the video and says, "Oh, that she saw him clapping." And then gave him a major write-up that he shouldn't be doing that.
Do you know when this happened, the time?
Yes, sir. At 3:15 p.m., my father said that he wants to hear he wants you guys to hear what she was telling him there. Because he said that there's some type of audio being recorded there. Probably cameras that are around at that specific time to gather that in.
I'll have to look at the cameras because I don't know. Some of them don't record. Some just record feeds. They don't record audio, but I can. I'll definitely check it out.
Okay. And my father
asked for
a grievance form. He asked her for a grievance form. She denied him of that. He asked to speak to her supervisor. She denied him of that. So I'm just reporting this to you, sir.
No problem. So he asked for a grievance. No grievance was given, and then requested to speak to the supervisor.
Yes, sir.
No supervisor.
Yes, sir.
And 2 weeks ago, my baby dad, my children's father, he mentioned this to me. He said the same officer, she was harassing an inmate named Caden. and he's black. My children's father and the black people that are locked up with my children's father notice that she antagonizes only the black people. So it's obviously it's a power control here she has, and I know exactly what my children's father means because she did that to me too, when I was in jail. So I know who he's talking about, and I can describe how she looks because she came at me in a foul, unprofessional way, especially for her being a bailiff.
Very rude, sir.
She accused me of doing drugs in jail when I was having a medical emergency.
So who she is? So
I know who she is. Her name is Ulrich, and she's a chubby, heavy-set, Caucasian, Mexican-looking woman.
Yeah, no, I know who she is, and I'll make sure that we do an investigation.
Please, thank you. Because he's not a violent person or a person that's just going to hit anyone.
Yeah, no, believe me, I'm not suggesting.
My baby daddy, my children's father, he's well-mannered, sir. He's actually calmer than me. And I'm the one that's rowdy, that will talk crap to people, you know? Yes.
So I'm going to I obviously have to do an investigation.
Thank you, yes, please. Because he's not a troublemaker. He's actually a quiet, good person to get along with. He's not even hard to deal with, really. He's very polite and respectful. For her to accuse him, that's not him. And please do not tarnish his name because she's liable for a lawsuit, you know, for accusing him being crazy. She also accused him of being crazy in his face. And he asked her, do you have a diagnosis that I'm crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because she's a bully like that. And I noticed that because when I was in jail, she bullied me too. She was forcing me to give her my labs. She said that they're going to give me a felony if I don't give her my labs. Then 4 or 5 days later in my cell, she comes, oh, you're ready to give me your labs? I said, no. She said, we're going to stay in jail longer. Then let me stay in jail longer, I told her. So I know who she is. I know who she is.
This happened today?
This happened today
sir.
Okay.
at 3:15 p.m.
3:15, yes, sir.
Yeah, at the time and everything.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And please take care of the problem because we don't want problems.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you taking our report.
Let me ask you, is this a good number to reach you at?
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Please.
Anytime we'll pick up. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lopez.
And once we figure out what's going on, I'll make sure to get back in touch.
Thank you, and I appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
sir.
sir.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
He said, and that she is liable for a lawsuit, that he's going to gather an investigation. She denied my father his right to kites. She denied him the right to speak to her supervisor when she has no right to do that. So my father reported that to me. The man that my dad supposedly smacked, I got his statement, his whole statement, and that he sees what they're doing is wrong. You know, I'll be putting that up here later as well. I'll finish the video within a day or so. So, as that's going on, let's go back to June 30th. Before the 1st of July of 2025, my father spoke with Jeff Chambliss about how he's not getting any information about his discovery, and that Jeff Chambliss supposedly said that he sent it, but yet my father never received it. So they're playing games, hiding his paperwork so he could go and have a fair proceeding. Jeff Chambliss stated, "Oh, are you still taking your medication?" He knows as well that my father knows that he doesn't take medication and that he doesn't even have a diagnosis or history to take medication. So my father asked, do you have a diagnosis for me to be taking any medication? Because I do not take any medication. And he just kept stating that, Jeff Chambliss, like if he's being sarcastic, like, oh yeah, you know, it's not good if you don't take your medication. Literally bullying my father. Okay? And he's liable for a lawsuit. And I want you guys to know this. He's a lawyer. That's his profession. That's his career. He is not a medical nurse, a medical physician. He's no doctor. He's a lawyer. Therefore, he must stay in his expertise of being a lawyer and providely represent my father. But that's not what he's doing. And I'm going to explain why he's not doing that. So the name CDA before you say his name, CDA Jeff Chambliss. CDA is a contracted defense attorney, a contracted district attorney that's literally working with the DA. So he's assigned by the DA to fucking do fraud on my father's case. Any CDA that's assigned to me and my mother, me, are doing fraud. And they refuse to give us a public defender. Why? Why do they suppress us from submitting evidence? As you guys heard that, back to what I'm saying now. On July 2nd, a supposed psychiatrist submits a declaration. His name is Mike Rodriquez, something like that, pronounced Rodriguez, but instead of a D, there's a Q, U-E-Z, like Quez. Anyways, he submitted a declaration into the court. But if you're a psychiatrist, you must first evaluate or see the individual first and then submit a declaration. You can't just submit a declaration if you've never seen the individual. You can't evaluate an individual without seeing the individual and speaking to them verbally. So he filed that on July 2nd. My father didn't see him until what? What is it now? July 23rd now? I'm assuming. My father didn't see him until like July 22nd. No. July 21st or July 20th. Like about last week, last Friday. Or, the last Friday, like 3 days ago. This man talked to my father, Mike Rodriguez, and then he stated that he doesn't think my father is mentally incompetent. He doesn't think that the whole family is mentally incompetent, because that's what the court is going by. The court is stating that me, my mother, my father are all incompetent. Yeah. So we're all incompetent. And then we're hearing it from a psychiatrist stating that he doesn't think that we're incompetent. He spoke with my father. He knows that my father has no history. So he got my father's final report. And I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow my father has court on the 24th of Thursday. The psychiatrist spoke with my father. He sees nothing wrong with him. And the court, right, the reason why they're holding him there is because they're going based off that flight. What's it called? He's a flight risk. Yeah, what's their evidence to prove that? Because court goes by paperwork and facts. So the fact that they have my dad's report from his history that he has none to his present moment, and you know what the psychiatrist said? That at your age, around 45, 44, you don't just randomly get any mental illness. That's not how it works. It just doesn't come out of nowhere when you don't have any history of it prior. Neither does your family or nobody else in your family have it. This is literal fraud. This is what deception looks like, people. This is what you see. Like, when you start learning about the way that the law works, you see how people could manipulate it and use evil towards people with it. These aren't no actual public officials. These are not government officials. These are evil entities. These are demons, literally, metaphorically. So as he spoke with my father recently, my dad's next court date's tomorrow. I don't know what they're gonna do. Jeff Chambliss, he's not properly representing my father. I submitted an email to Jeff Chambliss what I recently filed and how I want him off my father's case, as my father stated previously. He wants him off his case. And I told him in email that I would like a public defender to be there, appointed for my father, because that is by law and his right by the court to give to him. I add attachments that he could use to provide for my father to release him. Think about this. It's been almost 11 months. Almost 11 months. It's 10 months now. I'm going to get to that. What did he do? I'm going to get to that. It's almost been 10 months. No, he never had no treatment, right? He didn't kill anybody. He didn't hit anybody. So why is he being held for 10 months based on a fabricated case? Why is he being held for 10, 11 months? And I'm gonna do a little parallel with this, as you guys hear about my father. What about the woman not too long ago, about a year ago, about the same time we got arrested, me and my family? She goes ahead, she's from Illinois or somewhere like that, Ohio, but she was in Thousand Oaks at the time with her boyfriend. And they were in the car, and then supposedly they were smoking weed. That's how the story goes. They were smoking weed, and that she lashed out and had a hypnosis and went trans state and started stabbing her boyfriend. She stabbed her boyfriend 108 times. I'll be putting the video up here and the father's statement, how he feels about that courthouse, Ventura County. And he's a Caucasian man. It shows that there's some type of corruption in that courthouse. She stabs the man 108 times, disfigures his face, disfigures him completely, where the cops couldn't completely identify who he was. That's how bad it was. Then she proceeded, after she sliced him up, she proceeded to try to slice her up herself and tried to execute herself. She went into custody of the jail, didn't even spend the amount of torture and time that they hold me and my family in. They didn't hold her like that. No, she killed a man too. She killed a man, an innocent man. And guess how she got away with it? With a program, a deal. They gave her a deal to go into a fucking, a what? It's not even a whole fucking, program. It's not even like a place where you actually have to stay in, like a rehab. She only stood there for a little bit, like she visit in and out or whatever. I don't know exactly, but I could give you the link to the story as I put it up here, as I'm speaking about it, because I know about it. So as that happened, she was released within a few months, like 3 months, 2 months. Didn't spend no years. Didn't go to prison. She got away with killing that man and going back to her own state. Mind you this, when I was bailed out, the same company, the manager or man that I was speaking with, Michael, he told us the story that he met her, that she's a short lady. She looks kind of deranged, like she has issues, you could tell. And it's crazy that I heard this story in jail before I even heard it from that man, Michael, and from me now seeing the whole story of it. The dad of the whole thing, he finds it very wrong that the court is not doing its job properly. Like, it's injustice what they did to him, basically, to allow his murderer to get away with the murder.
They held a rally outside the courthouse urging the judge to hand down a tough sentence. Instead, what did she get? Not 1 day in jail, just 100 hours of community service.
Well, I got to tell you, I really felt betrayed by the system. I felt that the system had failed. I don't understand how you go from stabbing somebody 108 times and then you get community service.
So how did Bryn Spejcher get off so easy? The judge ruled she committed the crime after smoking highly potent marijuana and was in the throes of marijuana-induced psychosis and had no control over her actions.
The pathetic defense here has been to blame the victim. Let's blame the person that's been stabbed 108 times. It was ridiculous.
Deputy District Attorney Audrey Nafziger prosecuted the case.
It's a complete miscarriage of justice. It's a slap in the face to the victim and their family. And I think it harms victims everywhere. It sets a dangerous precedent for our country.
Was Chad basically blamed for his own death?
Absolutely.
In addition to community service, Spejcher was put on probation for 2 years.
You get that? That shows how disgusting that county is. So what are they holding my father for? So tomorrow, they're going to have to explain why they're holding my father for. They're going to have to explain, because what are you holding him there for? I just explained to you guys a story how a lady got away with murder. She actually hurt somebody, and she gets away with it. My father didn't murder nobody. He didn't hurt nobody. He didn't break the law. So why are they holding him for 10, 11 months? And I'll tell you why they're holding him. Because they know what they did was totally illegal and unlawful, and he's aware of that. So when my father gets out, he will be filing complaints left to right, and I'll be right beside him helping him. That's why they do not want to release my father. They don't. They don't. Back to September 18, when they stole all of our stuff, including our dead relatives' ashes. I have a picture, I'll put it up here for you guys, of her little altar. She had a black vase with silver on it. She had some little decoration there on her urn. And this is the thing, people. The pain me and my family have gone through, they're trying to use it against us. My cousin, the one that has an altar, she was murdered about almost 3 years ago. Her 3-year death anniversary is next month on the 11th, and we don't have her urn, and it's very bad. They're using that against us, making it seem like that it was never there. My auntie arrived there when they took me, my mother, and everybody out of the house. My auntie was there to pick up everything, including her urn. They didn't give her urn. And I'll be putting her video up here. You will hear my auntie's statement, what happened that day, specifically what happened on September 18th when they took us after, when she tried taking our stuff. They refused to give it to her.
Hello guys, my name is Makayla Miranda. Right now I'm going to be explaining what had happened September 18, 2024. So me and my cousin were in the living room by the entrance door, and my aunt, uncle were in their room actually. My grandma was in the balcony. I didn't even know she was there, and I'm pretty sure the baby was there as well. They had seen that little standoff going on in the front, and they were confused. I guess they didn't know what was going on. So I heard a big bang right near the main entrance of the door. I went to the room to grab my uncle and my aunt, and they got out of the room as quickly as possible, trying to see what was going on, what the sheriff's department was doing at our house. They would come trying to, I don't know, say we're getting evicted, but my aunt, she has every receipt of her paying rent every time she had tried to pay her rent when the management was declining it. But they had just came in. At that moment, they didn't show us the warrant. They just busted through. But any other time, they would come in the house, there would only be a little bit of sheriffs. But September 18, I guess, that's when they did their illegal big thing. So as my aunt, uncle, cousin, baby, my grandma were in front of me, they had already busted through the door. As soon as they busted through the door, they shot my uncle with a rubber bullet.
They saw me show up for the lawsuit, and they see that I'm serious about it. So now they come to kill me. So they're gonna have to kill me live. You guys have to see it. So you that's watching, you can record so you can see what happened here live. When they pushed me, they took my outside and line, and they shot me.
I didn't know what it was. All I hear was something going off. It wasn't even a gunshot, but it was just a rubber bullet. But it's very dangerous. it could have hit the baby that was right in front of my uncle. I mean, no, right in front of me, behind my uncle. It could have hit my aunt. She was beside my uncle. But like I said, they shot the rubber bullet. Could have hit anyone in the house. So my uncle gets shot. He ran to the room. I was recording at that moment. I grabbed the baby. I didn't even know like what was going on. Like, I found out later on that they escorted my aunt, cousin, my grandma. I was in the room where I sleep with my grandma and the baby most of the time. I took the baby in there because I was like scared. I didn't know what was going on. And so on. They were just all right there, and they had escorted my grandma, my aunt, cousin out the house already. Like, I wasn't in there for a long time, but I was there for like a good 30-40 seconds with the baby. I ended up trying to get out the room, you know, to get out of that situation. And I told them I had a baby in my hands. I walk out. They escorted me out. As I was getting escorted out through the main door, I tried to ask if I can get my shoes. They said no. I don't know. Our neighbor, Nissa, she was recording. I never seen this neighbor, but she was on the other side of the complex. She had heard a big bang and told me. She just came recording everything.
We have evidence on the whole county. The Ventura County Sheriff are going to be sued for deformation. They all are on YouTube 27 evidence. And there's something right here. You know the cameras are off, man. They beat up my 17-year-old. Man, they beat my son up. They put an illegal arrest, illegal bus. The kid had a gun in school. November 17, my son got him. They're trying to cover it up. They're silencing us. We're on YouTube. 27 Edwige. You don't see the corrupt. Their cameras are off, man. All of them, they beat us up. They beat beat up my son in front of me. They beat my mom over there. She's sick dementia. My grandbaby, 18 months. They roughed us up. They're doing illegal arrest. They're arresting my son based on him fighting back the kid that had a gun in the school. Moorpark had November 17, 2023. All the cameras are off, man. Every single illegal officer here. Please call 911 report it, man. Please. Makayla, go in the house.
They don't let me.
You have the right to go home. This is legal. They have no right doing this. They have no rights. They have no rights. My name is Miranda. I'm the mother of Edwige Miranda. He was being killed in Moorpark High School on November 17th. These people are doing illegal arrest, illegal raid, illegal arrest. They beat up my son. It's over on illegal arrest. They beat up my kid.
She had seen my cousin, my aunt, and everyone getting roughed up, and seen how they were being rough with them. But she was there. I had the baby. Everything just happened so quick, like everything. I was very confused. Everyone was confused. But so on. I had went outside. My aunt and my cousin were right there. They were getting escorted through the backside of the stairs, and there was this sheriff. He looked kind of mid-50, 40, I don't know, but he was being really rude when, you know, I was outside with my grandma and a neighbor. I was trying to get in contact with someone who could pick us up, because literally we live with my aunt. Like, that's her mom, my grandma, that's her mom. We live with her. And they didn't even, when everything like that went on the news, they didn't even show that I was there, and my grandma, and the baby. But so on. This sheriff was being really rude. He kept going back and forth with my grandma, knowing she is demented. I told him specifically she is demented, so don't talk to her. He was a very rude sheriff. So I'm gonna get that out of the way. I just had to say that. My sister's ashes, my sister who had died 2023, her ashes are in the house where her little altar is. We have pictures, everything. They had stolen her because they had taken everything in the house. But I was trying to like tell them at that moment if I can get my sister. They were saying no one is allowed in the house. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's our stuff, you know? That is someone's ashes, and it shouldn't be like taken. But like I said, they did everything illegally, because if it was right what they were doing, they would have shown the warrant. They would have not taken everyone out the house. They would have not shot my uncle. Like, none of that would have happened. But since everything was so illegal, they had taken my sister's ashes. They had taken the money, the safe that my cousin explained to you guys. Yeah, I tried to get the stuff. I tried asking the sheriff if I can get it, or if he can get it, bring it to me. But at that moment, I couldn't go in, I guess. So on. I tried to contact everyone I know. I ended up getting in contact with my aunt, Marcella. She ended up coming like an hour later. But as this rude cop was escorting me, my grandma, the baby, and the neighbor to the backside of the complex. The social workers are there. They were getting my statement or whatever, trying to see what was going on. I explained everything to them. I even explained how my sister is in there, how the safe is in there. Like, at that moment, only the safe and the ashes are the most important thing, because that's the most important thing in the house. So I try asking the social workers if I can get it or if my aunts can get it, and they just said I couldn't get it and we'll have to wait till my aunt gets here. So as soon as my aunt gets there, I was talking with the social workers. She had barely came. I don't think she's seen me, but she had seen, I'm pretty sure, sheriffs right where the back side where we got escorted out. Pretty sure she was talking to one of them, asking about the ashes and the safe that her sister had mentioned to her. Whoever she was talking to, they told her, no, she can't. She can't get it. She can't go inside. And she even asked how I asked if they can get it and they could bring it outside. Still a no. My aunt ended up coming towards me and my grandma, the baby, as the social workers are right there. They were talking to her about it as well. And they told her she cannot go in there because of whatever was going on in there. And so she was very confused. She was asking them, like, why not? Like, that's literally my family member in there, her ashes, and the money that belongs to us. And yeah, they didn't let her get it. So on. We ended up leaving the baby, me, my grandma. We went with my auntie to her house. That moment, everything was just crazy.
And right now, they're making it seem like we never had a relative that recently passed. It was brutal. That's all I could say. It was so brutal to the point where she was murdered and they recorded it and sent it to her two sisters, her two younger sisters. I don't think anybody understands that type of pain until they actually walk through it. That's why I'm not the one to judge. But I tell you, if you had a mother you grew up with, an aunt you grew up with, a cousin you grew up with that was female, then automatically out of nowhere you get a video of them being murdered, right? Them being murdered, and there's nothing you could do about it, and the police catch the people. I'll tell you who catched it. El Monte Police Department in East Los Angeles caught them and let them go. That's exactly what happened, everybody. What type of sick justice system is this? Like, where is the justice in all of this? Why does it seem like always bad things happen more to the civilians than it does with criminals? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I want my cousin's urn back. I want it back. I want all of our stuff back. I want our catch back that they stolen. I want our money back worth of $50,000 of savings back that they've taken from us. I want all of our stuff back. And I want all those body cam footages submitted and shown to the public. I want it all shown. As I talked about Joanne Roth, DA Celeste Sanchez is literally filing false documentation, false declaration into the courthouse. They're filing, as I stated before, the envelope, the orange envelope, I'll be putting it up here, with my father talking, my father's gonna state that this is what they're here for and how they're gonna take it, that they're here to take it, because that's the truth. So now that I said that, I'll be putting the video together later on. As he states that, at the ending of the video of September 18, there's an officer that breaks in, he kicks the door down, and he messes up the camera setting, but the camera at the top could vividly, you could see him pick up an orange envelope. And that same envelope, you'll be seeing that they've taken, like they literally taken it. I'm gonna be showing you the other picture that they're using in court based on the same case that was dismissed on March 7th. The same case on March 7th. They're trying to go back to that and plead him guilty on a fabricated illegal stop that was proven unlawful of March 7th of 2024. Oh, sorry guys, the phone fell. So, as you guys see, that envelope has no timestamp, has nothing on it. It's literally a tampered with body cam, and I'll be showing you guys that, along with another body cam of recent of September 18. Yet they're not showing us any video or more pictures of that. But this is where the crazy part is. They cropped out the bottom part of the body cam. And what's crazy that day is that my mother was in front of my dad, and my mom was in front. No, I was in front of my mom. So my dad was in front, behind right there. My mom was in front of my dad. I was in front of Steve Donlon. I could see him. Why aren't they showing the whole picture? Why did they crop out a part? You literally see the whole picture. It looks cropped out. Like it's edited with. It's tampered. I'll be showing you that.
Okay, now I want to see all these thousands of hours of video you say you have. Because I didn't have none of them. I dropped them. I said, well, I didn't have none of them. I want to see them.
That's what Melissa Stone said too, remember?
And also you see a Photoshop, and you keep that Photoshop as evidence, when I know it's a Photoshop, and you should have shown that to me, and I could have told you a long time ago, and that would have get all the kids dismissed.
It's because he's part of the fraud. Jeff Chambliss is in the fraud. That's why he's not there to free you.
That's why he never showed you in the beginning.
Yeah, all he did is lie to you.
Yeah, so I told him, I want all these kids dismissed. Oh, they're not going to dismiss. I said, well, they're going to be dismissed.
Yes, they are. Especially when it's false fabrication to the court. False declaration to the court. It's fabricated.
I see what you mean, Dad. That yellow part on the picture, huh? The
Yeah.
Photoshop?
Yep.
We're not going to preliminary hearing. Everything's going to be dismissed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And they want you to take that deal. And they know you're not taking that deal. That's why they backed off today. They were trying to put you in a program.
Yeah, Dad.
Yeah, there's no fucking program.
No.
Dad.
And it's my right to deny them that.
Yep, I know. Edwige wants to tell you
The
something.
Photoshop, the one you're telling me about, I was looking at it, and I see exactly what you're talking about that yellow part.
Yeah,
it's blurred.
It's blurred.
If that was the case, if that was blurred, the right part of the picture should have been blurred as well on the body cam.
Exactly. Why not? It's because they took me out.
Mm-hmm.
I was in front of Daddy the whole entire time.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were next to me.
And you're the shield.
Yeah.
And that person holding that shield was Steve Dunlop.
That's Steve Dunlop on the shield.
If you guys looking at the whole picture is HD.
We see it.
Why that part is blurred?
Yeah, we noticed that.
It's added another picture. There's another picture on top.
Above it, yeah. And it's blurred because they took me out. They cropped me out. What do you think they're not showing you the bottom part of the photo where the feet are?
Including the thing I recently filed. So I'm prepared for tomorrow. I'm waiting for tomorrow. They must release my father because he's been eligible since the beginning, and everybody knows this. He's been eligible. I put it up here before. He's eligible for release. He's literally eligible. So why are they holding him for 11, 10 months? Not even going to trial yet. Can you believe that, everybody? All this whole time, it hasn't been going to trial. It's just been continuance all along. Why? And all of a sudden they want to do this release program. Yeah, he has no history of drug abuse, no history of any type of mental illness or history of any of that, and they want him to do that, take a release program. You know what that means, everybody? It's like they're giving up on going to trial completely because they see the amount of evidence that we have. We gathered all of it. We've gathered all of our evidence. The YouTube channels are evidence. The whole YouTube shows everything. It contradicts them more than once. More than once. It's all on this channel. And they want to do a release program because they don't want to go to trial no more? What? But if I weren't trying as hard as I was, if I wasn't doing any of this paperwork to federal court, none of that, we would have been, they would have destroyed us, everybody. If we didn't have this YouTube channel, they would have destroyed us. This is the proof. This is the truth that I'm showing to everybody. So I pray and I have hope that they release my father tomorrow, because I'll keep documenting. And I'll keep exposing. And I'll keep exposing. I'll be putting addresses up. I'll be putting names up. I'll be putting emails, phone numbers, you name it. I'll be putting it all up here. Their pictures as well. I'll put all of it up here. And guess what the thumbnail's gonna be? It's gonna be Steve Donlon in his classroom with his old teacher. That's what I'm gonna put up here. It's an old picture of him. And he's gonna be labeled as a dirty cop, because that's what he is. He's a disgusting, dirty cop that makes the good cops look terrible. And he should feel ashamed and embarrassed, because, man, if you wake up every morning and go to sleep at night like nothing ever happens, you're a loser. You're weak. And when roles are switched, when roles are reversed, when it's time to see you in that jail cell, yeah, we'll see who lasts longer without breaking. Yeah. But besides that, your time will come, Steve Donlon. You and everybody, all your minions. And if you're still coming out here into our jurisdiction, I'm just letting you know, this is a warning that you're not welcome in this jurisdiction, because you have no duty in this jurisdiction. You have no justification in this jurisdiction. You have no business being in here. So I tell you to tell this to all your little colleague minions, including Matthew Rodriguez, to let them know that you have no jurisdiction being in my county. I don't live in Ventura County. I don't have anybody associated with family that lives in Ventura County. I have no business in Ventura County. So neither do you have any business here in Los Angeles County. Don't be coming to my family, my neighborhood, antagonizing our neighbors and our family. Because that doesn't sit well with me at all. It doesn't. Just letting you know, Steve Donlon, I'm watching, and I'm ahead of you guys, and I know your next move. So I'm watching. Thank you. I thank everybody for watching this, and I thank everybody for listening. I just hope everything goes well from now on. I'm tired. I'm literally tired, but I'm gonna put all these videos up. Everything that I've discussed here, I'm gonna put it up for you guys. But just know that March 7th, that's the official date that dismisses all cases. It dismissed November 22nd, the first case. November 22nd, the illegal ambush that is on this YouTube. You will see that, everybody. I'll put it up here for all of you guys. Celeste Sanchez is filing false declaration of these photos. False declaration, Celeste Sanchez is submitting it to the courthouse as evidence. A tampered screenshot of a body cam footage that is cropped and edited. As you can see here, they blurred this whole area as if they add a whole picture here and blurred it and erased us from here. My mother was in front of my father. I was in front of this shield. And I could identify the man who's holding this shield. And it was Steve Donlon, the same man who punched me several times in the head and had me on the ground here. If the lighting was the problem of this whole picture, if the lighting was the reason why there's a blur here, don't you think there will be a blur in the camera everywhere else here? There's barely any light retraction on the shield and in this area. This area was very dark. Therefore, you could see clearly. Not blurred or removed. I'm showing you guys in the sun, in the light, because I'm showing you it's tampered with. You can't see clearly. And it's cropped. This is a footage. That little picture of my father right here is from him in the room when he was bashing the windows out to draw attention to the witnesses so he could hear them. And as people seen in the news, there were drones. These drones had camera and pictures. So they took a picture from the drone while he was in the room bashing the window, cropped him here.
And photoshopped the photo.
Yeah.
And why is that you? We can't see nothing of you.
Yeah.
But your hands up in the air.
And if you look at my face, I have two faces.
Yeah.
One face east, one face west. One looking at your mom and one looking at the kitchen.
Yeah, look at the photo.
Yeah. And you will see I have two elbows.
Yeah. I know, I looked at the photo. It looks doubled. That's what I was telling Junior.
Somebody write clips.
Yeah.
Like if they clipped
They clipped it. They dragged it and put it.
They took the picture of the
Photoshop.
They
Yeah, you know where
the
home's
joint
at.
picture and put it
She
on
knows
top
where home's
of the body
Where is
cam.
she?
She knows where home's at.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, impossible, because the whole entire time I was in front of Daddy. Where am I? Where are you? I told you, you were near me.
Oh, yeah.
And behind you was Grandma. Why is Grandma all the way over there?
Yeah. Where's the full video?
Where's the body camera? Why don't they release the footage of the body camera? If they're not hiding the fucking crime they did to us, where's the body camera, Edwige?
Oh, that's why when I show Rodriguez,
Mike Rodriquez?
Mike Rodriguez, those papers, I said, why all this redacted if they're not hiding anything?
Yep.
He said, I don't believe all the reports should be redacted.
Exactly. What are you hiding?
What should be redacted from the report is name of minors and addresses.
Yep.
That's the only.
That's the only thing.
That's it.
Oh.
But they redacted the
You
whole
sleeping
thing.
now?
It's a CIA thing.
Like a whole CIA classification.
Yeah.
Like if it's classified.
Classified, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's classified. Hey, there's no classified shit here.
No.
You're talking shit about me, you better show it.
Yep.
And the fact that
And back it up.
And back it up and show it.
Nothing should be redacted.
Nope. It's supposed to be unredacted. Hello? Especially it's your file. That makes no sense. See, what are they hiding? They don't want you to know the false report they wrote about you. That's why. Because it's all lies. Yeah. So now they don't want to submit it in the court. That's why they're stalling.
Yeah. That's why July 31st they did a continuance.
That's the last day.
I'm gonna be putting the picture up. It said the defense continuance, granted a continuance
On the 31st of this month.
As much as I put in the light, it still won't be made out. As you can see, that yellow part over is like a erase. They removed us from the screen. Where is the body cam footage? Even the photo of the CDs, literally the CDs dating back to the preliminary hearing of March 19, 2024. 2024, March 19. It was a preliminary hearing where Caitlin Ochipinti, Steve Donlon, and Joanne Roth were all there. I was in the testified stand. My father was being testified. As he was testifying, the DA and no, not the DA. Caitlin Ochipinti and Steve Donlon are in the room while my dad is testifying. Or no. It was something like this. You cannot have the same party within the same room. They kicked us out, meaning that same preliminary hearing when my father gave his testament, when he was about to give it, they put me, my mom, my brother outside the room while my dad was testifying, while Caitlin Ochipinti's in there writing false reports. So she's writing reports. You can't write reports in court when you're the witness. You know, it doesn't make sense. You can't be the witness and write reports while somebody's giving a testifying. No, that's not how it works. She's not even supposed to be in there, just how they kicked us out. But back to what I was saying about March 19, in that preliminary hearing on the first case, March 7th, it was dismissed. They changed the case number from my dad's and kept the same case proceeding, keep going off. It's like a leverage. They used the first case. They even lost in it from my mom. It was proven that there was no duty to even be there. So how can you charge people in that car if there was no duty and it was proven in court? You get it, everybody? Like, it doesn't make sense. How does that work? So March 19, the judge stated, I think his name was Paul Feldman, something like that, Feldman. He stated that this case is a low bar, that it shouldn't even proceed. It's not sufficient enough to go to trial. There's not enough evidence to take Edwige Sr to trial.
Hey, guess what? You remember when at my preliminary hearing, the judge at my preliminary hearing, he said that I needed to take this to a different court.
Yep, which is federal.
He was telling me I needed to take them to several courts.
Yeah, we're trying to take them to civil. But because they stole our money, we can't find a lawyer.
Yeah.
But it's okay. There's a will, there's a way. I'm gonna save up $2,000 and then get me a lawyer to sue the housing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them $2,000 for my consultation, and I'm gonna tell them I want a fucking contingency lawyer to sue these people, even if I have to give them half of what I win, just to make sure that these people are liable for what the fuck they did to us.
Oh, I get out. I'm suing.
So that just states there, everybody, it's a low bar, and that first case is a leverage to tarnish me and my family's name, because what you hear could be easily received to you. Like, it's like this. I don't know how to explain it. You must see and you must think for yourself in order to state whether if something's right or wrong. You can't always have somebody spewing in your ear, hey, this is correct, this is right. No, that's not right. This is right. Kind of like the news, how they tarnished me and my family, stating it's an eviction, but yet I contradicted the news, showing it's more than an eviction. It's not even an eviction. It's a cover-up to cover up that student, Daniel Nathan Becerra Barbera, so he doesn't have a felony and he's not charged or doesn't have a history of criminal priors. Why? Because he brought a gun on November 17. From November 15, where he told the students and showed, to November 17, where he showed one of the witnesses stating it's in his backpack, that he's gonna go into the bathrooms and fight me. That he consent to a fight, that he's gonna use it on me in the bathrooms if I try something. It's an automatic felony for somebody to bring a gun onto school campus. The fact that he has connections with law enforcement and that they won't do nothing, his text is literally playing out what he said. That I have cops in my family, what the fuck are they gonna do? to me. It's all on the YouTube. So what the fuck are his family members and cops, police and his family, what are they doing exactly? Nothing. They're not doing nothing. So that evidence predicts what he's stating is true and what's going on in the real time. It's like enough evidence here. So I don't know, everybody. I just know to keep going, documenting, and that's it. But I'm trying to give as much information as needed. And later when I have the time, because I've been quite busy, that's why I haven't been uploading recently. I finally get to go live. But I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna create a Dropbox. It's gonna probably be called, you know, Edwige Mondesier's Family Evidence, right? Something like that, or maybe short. And I'll be uploading all documentations that I've provided recently and all documentations from the past to the present moment, or all documentations that I submitted into federal court will be in that Dropbox. And I'll keep uploading Dropboxes, and uploading them everywhere, all over it. But like I said, everybody, I'm waiting for tomorrow. They better not do any illegal bullcrap tomorrow. They've gotten my dad's statement for tomorrow. I mean, they got his report for tomorrow about how he has no priors, has no history, has no violent tendencies. So therefore, what is he there to be held for? Why is he still in the jail? That's what that report's gonna be based on. And they better not alter that report, because that's a legit report from my father, and they still haven't given any diagnosis from him. They don't have his diagnosis to prove anything. It's insane, everybody. The fact that there's a psychiatrist, I'm going back over on this because I feel like most people don't understand this, because it's hard to explain most of the time for me. There's a psychiatrist, a doctor. He speaks with my father. He sees that he's mentally sane, meaning he's healthy in the mind. And in the past, there was multiple psychiatrists that looked at the YouTube channel and state whatever that you're stating here actually happened and shows that it happened, then you must fight your case from the outside. You shouldn't be here. Literally, a psychiatrist said that my father shouldn't be here, that he should fight his case from the outside. Notice how it's never the same psychiatrist either. They always switch up different psychiatrists. Just how they switch up different DAs. So the fraud gets harder. So it's hard to identify the fraud. Not with me. I have a pretty good memory. So I'm going to try to call Mike Rodriquez tomorrow or the following day after, because we spoke with his secretary. But it's crazy. Last Friday, like the Friday not too long ago, like 3-4 days ago, we left a voice message stating that we want to speak with Mike Rodriquez so he could get more of our statements inside of the story, and let him know that I've literally emailed Jeff Chambliss. So we waited Monday. My mom tried calling and she didn't get a call again. Then she tried again. Then she gets a call back from the secretary stating that, what message do you want me to leave with Mike Rodriquez? My mom is stating, I'll put it all right here, the whole recording video. Excuse me, because I don't remember exactly what my mom said, but I have a video. It'll be up here. So, yeah, after that, we're just waiting for a call back. We gave our number, just waiting. And, yeah, tomorrow I'll try calling him again. And this time it will be recorded. And I'm sure he would know that it's recorded, because I'm sure he's maybe watching the live as we speak. Or maybe one of them will notify him about this video. But if not, well, he could always check the YouTube and see that I already discussed this matter. Yeah. So I just pray to God that everything goes well tomorrow, and may everybody have a blessed day. And always think of positivity and always rebuke negativity. That's my advice for today. Always pray for positivity, or always thrive for positivity, but rebuke negativity. Always think positive. God bless you, and may my father come home tomorrow. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Have a blessed day.